Hey there and welcome. It's the 7th of July, which was actually my mother's birthday, my late mother's birthday. And I'm going for this one, and I haven't made a decision. So I'm looking, and I think we're alone now. I'm not sure what I'm going to go with. I think I actually want to do something with this wine red. I want to use the dark yellow. Then I want to use the bronze green, those three colors. And I think I'm liking those three. I don't know if there's something I want to put with them. Um, I think I'm going to go for those three colors, just those three. Yeah, I know that sounds pretty little, that's strange for me, but I think that's the way I'm going to go. One, two, I don't know. I just felt like those three was it. One, two. It should be this one. And it should be this one. It should be this one. Then it should be this and this. One, two. One, two. Oh my god, he's really snoring. The little chopper dude. He's getting better. As he's getting older, he's just getting the snoring more perfected. I mean, he's been good since he was a teeny weensy one, since he came. When he came as a pup, 8 weeks old, he could outsnore Bronson in a second flat. Um, but now as he's gotten bigger and he's developed, his snoring too has become more impressive. Even more impressive. I mean, it was impressive to begin with, but this is like off the Richter scale. Said the proud mother of a very snory dog. I hope that things will get better. And they will at some point. But actually, I was thinking the other day, like I was watching all these political shenanigans, how they talk to each other, how they, it's on a state, on is embarrassing. The childishness of grown people and the way they talk to each other, it's unbelievable. I mean, how they throw mud at each other. It's like we are beyond, you can't even compare it to nursery school or kindergarten level. It's like, oh my God, it's crazy. I really hope that soon there will be some changes in the world where, yeah, really, really major changes where there's actually an expectation that people act like adults. Because, god damn, I'm tired of listening to idiots all over the line. I mean, even here in Denmark, we got some people saying stuff where you just, it's like, oh my god, get over yourself. And there was actually a politician, she thought that, one of the places where it would be really good to use AI would be in forced removal cases with children. Oh, wow, yeah, why don't you stick a machine to make decisions in something that is so volatile and personal and so delicate as removing children from their parents? I think, but wow, how did you get up with a brilliant idea like that? Oh, you don't have children. Starting to get why. Because, I mean, damn. It's like you just get baffled sometimes when you listen to these politicians talk about what they think should or shouldn't be done. And I don't know how it is in other countries. I can only talk about my own. But most of the politicians in my country come from very privileged homes, have had very good educations on a very high level, and has pretty much been raised in homes where there were no problems. They did not have a lack of money. They did not have to fight with stuff that maybe a lot of normal people have to. That, at least, a lot of them, they've been sort of carried through on their fucking asses. A lot of them have started a lot of them are descendants from other politicians. So you will keep recognizing the last names because it's quite lucrative. Let's just be honest. It's lucrative to be a politician in Denmark. You get a very high salary. I think in the States you have to have a lot of money to be able to be one, but here you earn a lot. So it's a career choice, which means that the people who are, out to be politicians and has that as a career goal, they will already during their school years, formative school years, be involving themselves in political work, which means that a lot of them actually don't really have very much practical experience with being in the real world, like real low-paying jobs. So that doesn't really make them very equipped to judge what's best for people who are on a whole different financial level and social level than they are. They should be forced into some kind of trial where they should try living in different situations so that they would get a real understanding of what the real people on the ground needs and what is wrong, so that they might be able to make a real difference for the masses of people instead of sitting and licking each other's backs and the backs of those who have the money to buy them off. I'm just so tired of all these idiots thinking that they got something solid to say when all they're saying is just bullshit, BS. I mean, damn. And they're like, oh, I have a very good idea. Yeah, and that's all it is, an idea. It's not something that will work in reality, They keep saying this and this, and then they give this to that and this to that. But it never makes a change because it never gets really implemented. It's like they say, oh, we did this and we did that. Yeah, but nobody who is, affected by it sees a change. So then it didn't work. Try to do a full delete, rebuild. Try to make something that's more fair. That's what I say. I'm tired of listening to them. I'm just, it just makes me sad. Also, the lack of respect, because they have such a great lack of understanding of a lot of different situations. Then it ends up being kind of disrespectful, everything, and foolish. So yeah, I mean, it's just sad to see how systems move, and how it's always those that are lowest that get picked on or doesn't get the necessary help. It's about, if you want to lift a whole country, if you want to lift a whole society, you have to start by lifting the heaviest burdens, the ones who really have it hard. If you can lift them, I mean, those who have enough, they lift themselves. Those who are close to that, they lift themselves. But, starting on the bottom and trying to do something for those who have it the worst will lift everything, in my opinion. But yeah. But it's easy to talk. I haven't been sitting in there. But in a lot of cases, it seems like they are not thinking everything through. Or maybe they're thinking things through and, they think they're doing right. But the problem is that in those sectors where they have to implement it, it doesn't get implemented correctly. Yeah. It's sad. It is actually very, very sad. It's very, very sad. So I think I'm going to start in here and then take it out. That is looking pretty, isn't it? That's going to be here and here. Very beautiful colors. This is sort of like, I think that wine red is sort of more like maybe brown, but it plays well with this deep yellow. Is it dark or deep? It says dark yellow, which is kind of got a little bit of notes of a light curry. We have a dish here that's called meatballs and curry. It's a Danish meatballs and curry, so it's not like an Indian curry, but that's got a very bright yellow color. So it reminds me a bit of that. The good thing about pre-recording is that means I can go to bed pretty early. And right now, I just feel like going to bed really early. And that I think that is good for me. So I do go to bed very early right now. to sort of try to gather strength. I need a hell of a lot of strength, I think, because I'm going to need. I have a battle. I've been in a battle that I had almost won, but then I was knocked back to ground zero. So now I need to get my, what do you say? I need to get my engine up and running full force so that I can get into the fight again and win it for full on. And I need a lot of strength, I think, if I'm gonna try to win the battle I'm trying to win. So I'm trying to get strong and hopefully a little bit healthy, but I'm as healthy as can be, but I need to fight and win my battles. And I don't have any time I can waste, but I gotta get in shape for it because I feel like I've been losing. Here we go. There you go. This is looking nice. Then I am a little bit thinking if it should be this green or if I should take the other olive green. I'm thinking I'm going to take the bronze green, number 42. I'm going to stick with what I decided when I started. It is a very pretty color. Nice. It almost feels a bit classical. I don't know. A bit like 78 sweater. Not that there's anything wrong with 78 sweater. I was 4 years old in 78, so guessing that that's all right. I don't think, though, I ever had a sweater in these colors. I think it was more like a boy's 78 home knitted sweater. This particular combo of colors. Yeah, I think so. I'm thinking that. Maybe even with a little bit of blue in it. It's not me who is like making the licking sounds. It's the dog. I don't know, he's dreaming he's eating something. I think it's got sort of like, this is kind of annoying, but yeah, it must be delicious, whatever it is that he's eating in his dream. Maybe it was just lamb chops walking past him, and he was like thinking, "Oh, I'll have one of those." Or it was raining with meatballs. Yeah, one of those dreamy scenarios. Or he was dreaming about the time that his mommy dropped the lasagna. Yeah, that time when I took the lasagna out of the oven. It was a giant one because it was supposed to last for a couple of days. Yeah, that lovely lasagna. It smelled so good. Yeah, and I was so hungry and I just gotten out of the hospital, but nobody else would take out the lasagna and I dropped it on the floor. Swoop. Yeah, that was a nasty sound. And the dogs, they both got very surprised and they must have burned their tongues because they went right in on the floor. I mean, there was no hesitation and they didn't stop. It was just like gobble, gobble, gobble. And we're talking about like a full oven tray of lasagna. There was for at least 8 people, 10. But the dogs, yeah, obviously when there was just a little bit left, then Bronson got a little bit protective of it, and he growled at Chopper. So Chopper just sat down and looked at him with the big teary eyes, saying, "I thought we were friends." And Bronson said, "Yeah, we are friends, just not when that's the last piece of food. Then you can just go away or sit over there in the corner and look at me eat it. I share my dry food with you. I share my water with you. And I shared this lasagna until a certain point. And now the rest is mine." Yeah, that's just how kind and pleasant a Bronson is when it comes to food. And Chubba, with his eternally sad look, I mean, you know he's happy, but you look at him and you think, oh my God, he's so sad. And he's not sad, but he just looks so sad. And yeah, it's kind of funny. Well, he was sad the day with the, the little rest of the lasagna. He was sad there. No doubt about it. That was sort of a kicker. He was like, and I thought you were my best friend in the whole wide world. Oh, you are very bad. But yeah, that's the way it is. Dogs have their stories. It's the same thing, when the cat comes walking. If we're eating, then she does not get a very, very warm welcome. Then Bronson is not happy. That's but then when she's on the bed and he's like, "Oh, I'm afraid to go on the bed because Snooky's there." He doesn't really think about being afraid of her if there's food on the table and he wants to chase her off. So food can do a lot, even make a dog brave. A dog who's normally not brave will act braver around food that he feels the need to protect. I am just protecting the food. Can you drop some of it, please? Just drop it. Yeah, just drop it right here in front of me. That would be fine. Yeah, so I don't know. Do you guys, if you have dogs, do you ever talk to them? I mean, I talk with my dogs constantly. I also say good morning and good night and da da da. I talk with them a lot. Also because they're always really good at agreeing with me. I can ask them things and they will always kind of, be on my side of things. They're a little bit, they're biased or ask them their opinion or, it's always good. I do know that I tend to give the answers on their behalf, but they can't really talk, so I sort of have to do it for them. So it works out for us. So yeah, that was the combo of number 1 wine red, number 31 dark yellow, and number 42 bronze green. So that was the 7th of July in memory of my mom, who passed in 2003, her birthday. Well, I'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, this is pre-recorded. Bye and see you. Remember to love yourself.